Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling is facing much criticism after a tape was released over the weekend indicating that he could be a racist prick. Now, in the process of the investigation, the LA Clippers have said, you know, we need to confirm that it's him. We need to confirm that these tapes have not been edited in any way. But his ex-girlfriend is the one who released the tapes, and she is alleging that she didn't secretly record him, that he had asked to be recorded because he's forgetful. He usually forgets things and needs to refer back to the tapes to remember certain parts of his life.
Yeah, he's so forgetful that he found himself like on a Tuesday, he went to lunch with a black guy. And he was like, I'm a total racist. I totally forgot. Would you please start recording?
He had no idea. Now, for those of you who have not heard the tapes, we do have a few snippets for you. So let's go ahead and start with the first video where he tells his girlfriend to not invite a very famous basketball star to any of the events that they go to. Take a look.
Look at all this negativity coming from...
There's no negativity. I love everybody. I'm just saying, in your lousy Instagrams, you don't have to have yourself with walking with black people. You don't have to. If you want to, do it.
If it's white people, it's okay? If it was Larry Bird, would it have made a difference?
You're just a big fighter. I could see who would want to live with a woman like you. Who would want to live with a woman? All you ever wanted to do was fight. You're a born fighter.
I saw someone I admire Magic Johnson.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's made a lot of changes for his community, for the world, for the people, for the minorities. He's helped a lot of people.
Why are you forcing this down my throat? I'm finished talking to you. I have nothing more to say.
And I took a picture with someone I admire.
Good.
And he happens to be black, and I'm sorry.
I think it's nice that you admire him. I know him well, and he should be admired. And I'm just saying that it's too bad you can't admire him privately. And during your entire life, your whole life, admire him. Bring him here, feed him, him. I don't care. You can do anything. But don't put him on this event for the world has to see, so they have to call me. And don't bring him into my games, okay?
So he's really concerned about how his friends are going to view him if his girlfriend, which by the way, he's married, so this is his, girlfriend aside from his marriage.
He's had a long string of women. That's
Right.
his rep. Well, you
World's
can tell by
tough
looking
for a
at him.
pimp, turns out.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to fuck that guy?
Just one point that I want to get out of the way before we talk about the substance of what he's saying. There's really no substance there, but still. I cannot begin to tell you how happy I am that, there are women out there, including myself, that are in favor of financial independence, and they don't have to rely on assholes like that to take care of them.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Also, I made a point in TYT Sports today and I was kidding around that we've made such progress in the last 40 years, and that now racists are okay if their girlfriends sleep with black guys. While I think that's a little funny, Steve-O and J.R. Jackson pointed out to me that part of the reason he thinks that is because he thinks so little of her, who's of black and Latina heritage, and of Magic Johnson, that I think he thinks, I don't care whether you sleep together, you're beasts.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what they do. He has no respect for her as a person whatsoever. By the way, that was a conversation to me between two of the dumbest people I've ever heard in my life. That's what happens when two people who've never read a book meet.
Or that they were reading lines poorly.
Totally, it was like a rehearsal.
But I love that you point out the second to last point, because you could have a world where people of different races are together because they don't care about the racial distinctions, or you could have the situation with Sterling where it's a way of asserting your dominance, or perhaps even just fetishizing some other that you hate on a very significant level. That's what's really happening there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you really touched on it with that I don't think people are talking about enough. First thing that you said, Anna, he doesn't want his friends calling. It was fine. He could even stand to see it himself. But when he was reminded by his friends, they called and they're like, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Pictures with a black guy.
He doesn't want to look bad, but having mistresses and girlfriends outside of his marriage, that's okay. He's been in trouble for race-related issues in the past involving Koreans. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I mean, this guy is despicable and deplorable, and he's had a bad reputation for a while now. But what he's concerned about is that his girlfriend is associating with other blacks. By the way, his half-black girlfriend is associating with other black people. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I want to read the statements that Magic Johnson put out. He did tweet about this situation. He says the following: I feel sorry for my friends, Coach Doc Rivers and Chris Paul, that they have to work for a man that feels that way about African Americans. LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling's comments about African Americans are a black eye for the NBA. And I absolutely agree. I mean, his best players are black, and he has the audacity to be this hateful toward them. It's disgusting.
Well, either most likely he feels that way towards them, or at least from that tape, he has surrounded himself with friends that definitely feel that way, and he doesn't want to hear from them.
Yeah.
But either way,
Oh no! I mean, come on, John.
I know I'm playing devil's
Yeah,
advocate.
I don't think the devil isn't even playing devil's advocate on Donald Sterling.
Yeah.
The devil's like, he's not really welcome here. He seems like kind of an ass.
I have to
Definitely.
imagine that somewhere in the deserts of the Southwest, Clive and Bunny's like,
Totally.
Right.
people ain't talking about me.
Right. So in the next video, though, don't worry, because Sterling wants to make the point that he takes care of tons of black people, therefore he's not a bad guy.
If it makes you happy, I will remove all of the black people from my Instagram.
You said that before. You said, I understand.
I did remove the people that were independently on my Instagram that are black.
Then why did you start saying that you didn't? You just said you didn't remove them. You didn't remove them.
I didn't move Matt Kemp and Magic Johnson.
Why?
But I thought Matt Kemp is mixed, and he was okay, just like me.
Okay.
He's lighter and whiter than me.
Okay.
I met his mother.
You think I'm a racist? And
I don't think you're a
Yes,
racist.
you do. Yes, you do.
I think the people around you have poisoned mind and have a way of thinking.
It's the world. You go to Israel, the blacks are just treated like dogs.
So do you have to treat them like that too?
The white Jews, there's white Jews or black Jews. Do you understand?
And are the black Jews less than the white Jews?
100%, 50, 100.
And is that right?
It isn't a question. We don't evaluate what's right and wrong. We live in a society.
I wasn't raised the way you were
Well,
raised.
then, if you don't feel, don't come to my games. Don't bring black people and don't come.
Do you know that you have a whole team that's black that plays for you?
Do I know? I support them and give them food and clothes and cars and houses. Who gives it to them? Does someone else give it to them? Do I know that I have? Who makes the game? Do I make the game or do they make the game?
Hilariously,
Pretty sure it's them.
Yeah, he thinks that it's all him. You know, if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't exist. But they're the ones who are making your ass wealthy.
Hey, you want to all get together? We'll do some tailgating first, and then we'll go watch Donald Sterling tonight. Yeah, I don't know. He's got a bunch of black guys running around, but I just go and I just stare and I just look at him and I see him drink and eat and
Pontificate.
He's
He's a
such
wise
a
guy.
smart guy.